Good timing.
Timing is everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 3? I think it's 3. I haven't
Yeah, I
kept
believe it's
track.
3.
The title says episode 3, so we'll just go with that. Of the Deathwish Dinner Theater Podcast. And we are just going to have a general conversation about fighting games, what we like about them, what we've seen lately, and our opinions on that, and general information, you know? I'm here with Rockaway Carter. This fuckboy, Rudder.
Aye.
And Shiva's in.
Whoa.
You sound dead to the world there.
I can't believe sheep died on stream.
That was I did die.
That wheeze really made it sound right.
I'm not cutting that out.
Please don't leave that in. Please leave that in.
As always, in the description when this is uploaded, I'll have everybody's info either to a YouTube or a Twitter or a Twitch or something. One of the whatevers. Which from wherever I link, you'll find their other information too. Like if they have a Patreon, which you should give these people money. But our first thing is we'll go down the list, starting with Rock, then Rudder, then me, then Sheeb. What was your first fighting game? A simple question.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Is it your favorite fighting game, though? Favorite fighting game, huh?
Oh, wait, favorite fighting game or
No,
first
not
fighting
favorite.
Is it
Your
first?
first.
First.
game? I thought it was first. I was like, wait a sec. Well, your first might be your favorite. You never know.
Well, with Rock, they usually... My first fighting game, and I remember this, and I don't know how, was I ran... It's no longer there anymore. There was a sub shop called American Hero in Pennsylvania Avenue. And there, it had a ton of arcade cabinets. So, I guess technically my first fighter was Street Fighter 2.
Like Vanilla 2, Turbo, Super.
It was vanilla. Turbo wasn't out yet.
Gotcha.
Turbo didn't come out until 94.
I see. So, wait, who was next?
That
Rudder.
would probably be me. And honestly, like, if I had to say the one that I genuinely, like, first put time into out of curiosity, it had to have been CVS 2. But if it had to be the first one I touched, that would be I would be hyper fighting, actually. For the SNES.
Alright. First one I touched. Oh, wait, you. Sorry. Your turn.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I am 80% certain it was either like Street Fighter 2 Turbo or was Tekken 1. I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of the two. Yeah, I'm going based
Alright.
off the images, sheep.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. What I was gonna say is I could see my very first fighting game was Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and I played it on a computer. But I was like, "Yo, Spider-Man, Mega Man, so cool, so cool." I always got my ass beat by like stage 3 or whatever because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I played Street Fighter not long after that, and what was it? I grew attached to Ken just because, like, yo, he Ryu, but he red, and he do funny Shoryu. And the first fighting game I actually got into, like, for real, wasn't even a 2D game. It was fucking Tekken Dark Resurrection on PSP. Like, that was when I started, like, saying, like, yo, I actually really like this genre.
Yeah, I've been kind of like KOF 13. Unironically, was where I was like, okay, I think I want to kind of get into these. And that's where my love for actually Lizzie first came about. She was my first waifu essentially when it came to fighting game characters. So I had somebody before King.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be my first like fighting game, and the first one I actually like took seriously.
Valid.
Kind of funny how like genuinely for some of us like all ended up being like some version of Street Fighter 2 in some way. Yep.
Wait, we forgot somebody.
Shut the fuck up, sheep.
You can't just plop him there.
I can do what I want. Rio's here because he's gonna hit you with the fucking raw CD and you're just gonna accept it.
Yeah, I can see his fist coming right at my face.
And Carmine's just there because of you.
Carmine, yeah, he's you. He's your alert.
I mean, eventually that GIF will be edited so it looks right, but I'm lazy and editing is not my strong suit. Even though it's like 4 frames. Alright. Second question then, even though some of you kind of already answered it. What would be the first like fighting game you really got into actually learning? You know, sitting down. Or standing up with, I guess, because some of you motherfuckers probably started at the arcades. And we in the US, there ain't no fancy arcades with seats around here.
Nah.
Only been to one of those kind of fucking arcades. Those are nice.
We got one up in Laconia, which, quote unquote, the largest arcade in the world. And at some point, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, because I haven't been there in like well over a year. So I'm just kind of like, I wonder.
To be fair, when the bar is low.
When the bar is low.
But yeah, we'll go the same order as last time. So, Rock.
That's exactly what you think.
Rock is dead. That's right, everybody. Our friend Rockaway Carter is dead.
Am I? So
Brilliant performance, Mr. Rockaway Carter. Brilliant performance. Great job. Great job.
On life number 2.
Shut the hell up. For those who don't know, Rock does have a sleeping disorder, so it happens.
So what's the question?
The second question was, what was like the first fighting game you really sat down with to like get serious with?
First fighting game that I that actually is Virtual Fighter 2. Because I had a Saturn, and I played the forever living hell out of VF2. Love that game.
Good answer.
At least for me, the moment when it came to I had a game that I could actually sit down and be like, all right, it's go time, that was right when KOF 14 came about. Because I ended up having enough experience after learning 13 and then doing a couple of other games in between that once 14 came around, I'm like, all right, I feel like I finally have like that confidence commitment to really devote myself to learning. So once KOF 14 came about, that's when kind of everything started sitting in stone.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, this was quite a while later, but first game I really took seriously was back when I was still down in Florida. I started taking Soul Calibur 2 really seriously, and actually went to a bunch of small tournaments down there.
That is a mood.
Hey, to be fair, it was Soul Calibur 2. Just play Talon or Nightmare.
Yes, sir.
Nah, I was Sophia Loyalist.
I can't remember who I played when I first started taking Tekken seriously. You know what? I remember, and I was really funny. I was really coy about it too. So like when I was playing Tekken Dark Resurrection, I customized Paul to have like the bum hair with his like default red gi. It was like, yo, Ken gonna whoop some ass. It was that. There was some Law. I forget if I was like into Power Ring back then, but no, Lei Wulong. Like I instantly fell in love with like the Jackie Chan character right away. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, that'd be my answer, I guess.
Definitely worked out, for sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm redeeming some points real quick so everybody can do this really quick.
Next question, simple. What is literally one thing you don't want to see in a fighting game? Like, just straight up. Just, you're not about it.
I'm holding my tongue on the answer I want to say. I'm holding my tongue. I'll think of a real answer in a second, I promise.
That's an interesting one for you, Bib. What do you got?
Actually, hold that thought. Hold that thought. We're bringing something up on stream because it just got brought up to me.
Ooh.
call this an intermission. I don't know what you want to call it, but oh boy, we all know DNF Duel just came out recently, right? Right. Oh boy, this is not a real game. Proceed to the screen.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Wrong button.
Oh, wait, I think I might have saw this on Twitter when I was scrolling.
Alright.
Whoa!
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so same exact fucking character from when I was talking about earlier, and how he used 5 dive kicks in one combo and cleaved off that similar amount of health. Like,
I want to preface this is off of a parry.
off of a... Oh.
Okay.
It's just no thank you over here.
It's a real game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna hide my screen because it's Twitter and y'all don't need to see those kind of things.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's just...
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do I not want to see in a fighting game?
Oh boy.
I don't know. Because there are a couple of things. Forced simplification is one.
It's fair. I'm not the biggest fan of simplification either. Like,
Because here's the thing, right? I can't say streamlining is bad because there is one game that I can pinpoint that is a very, 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 very streamlined installment of the franchise, and it's still a technical game. And that's KOF 13. KOF 13, the majority of like the deep move lists that are part of the characters' kits are gone. And yet it still sits as one of the deepest, and yet it still sits as one of the deepest and most combo centric games in the catalog. Excerpt's perfectly good, where it's streamlined, but it still feels like it's a guilty gig. It's really hard to pinpoint. It's really hard to pinpoint what I don't want to see, because it's case by case. Because there are some games that do the simplification thing really well, and it's optional. Like the Versus series. Like simplification is there, but it's not forced, and it works for what it does. Then you have Mortal Kombat reinventing the wheel every goddamn installment. Like every single, like there isn't a Mortal Kombat game that feels like, at least when it comes to the mainline Mortal Kombat, when it comes to the mainline Mortal Kombat, all the Mortal Kombats feel different. Like MK1 is a completely different beast from MK2 because MK1 is the first one, so it's clunky as shit. Then you have MK3 where you get introduced to dollar combos and the run button. And then you have MK4 where now the dollar combos are universal across the board, and now we have weapons. And then we have MK5 where they did this stance thing, and now you have an extra button that is just we don't know what we have this extra button here, we might as well have it do something. Deception is just like, okay, well, we got rid of the extra button. Now we have interactable. Now that button is going to be used for interactable weapon. And then Armageddon has air combat, which leads into Infinites.
Yep.
MK versus DC is just like, okay, guys, now we're gonna have you. Now you're gonna be 8. Now you can finally cancel your dollar combo strings and the special moves. MK9 is, hey guys, look, remember MK versus DC? Well, now it's not 3D anymore, and we have and there's no running, so. MKX is just like, hey guys, remember MK9? Well, we're not making it clunky anymore, and now you can run. And MK11 is just like, hey guys, remember MKX? Well, we're gonna make it slower and make it deliberate. So now we're gonna play. Now Mortal Kombat feels like a real fighting game, which nobody asked for. So
it's like now you have bars for your defensive options and your offensive options. Why?
That's fine. I have no problem with that because Rumblefish does that, and Rumblefish does it absolutely fucking spectacularly well. I have no problem with like the offense meter and defense meter. That's not the problem. The problem is the way they implement it is bad and it's atrocious, and the things that they do for it, like it doesn't work. I'm looking at you, Breakaway.
I think for me, there's only one thing. Like, I'm not too deep into fighting game stuff to understand all of it, but I think from what I've used to hear from around everybody else, and I think would be kind of nice, especially across certain franchises, the ability to have practicality in your training combos. I get one thing that I like is, like, for combos to be there, I understand, but sometimes I'd like to see combos in, like, training modes that I'd actually be able to use effectively out in the field. Like, giving me something that has to be done, like, on counter hit, in the corner, off of like an OTG low, and some other like bits and pieces of technicalities that you need to have for this one specific combo to work. Or even then, it has to be done on this specific character, or it won't work at all. So that ends up, that's the only thing that ends up coming across my mind, is just being able to have accessibility when it comes to being in the lab. And like having bases that are practical, but also give you the ability to say, could I do something different with this that makes me do more? It's kind of where I sit.
Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what, Cass? I think I know what I could say. It just came to me.
All right.
Garbage damage scaling. I am sick and tired of having to do these long fucking combos and not getting rewarded for it. Watching Sajam's Will It Kill and looking at every single time Blaze Blue comes up, that thing irritates the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Because we had a gripe, because when we watched the last one, we had a gripe about this. And even then, yesterday we experienced that too, when you got off a link off of Lizzie with 3 lows, and I was at maybe like what, 25-30% health, and you did that linking off to a climax.
And she died, but
and
no,
she died, but
no.
still, like
that's not what I'm complaining about. Because that combo is not long. That's not a combo that I have to do so many inputs for. I just did 3 lights into overhead, into super, into climax. That's not a combo. That's not a problematic combo. Problematic combo is I hit you, do like a chain into a special move, activate overdrive, then start doing all of these just frame links with all these special moves into a super, and you're still alive. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. There's no reason why and I'm gonna keep on saying it with these words. There's no reason why I need to learn an anime cutscene long combo and you're not dead.
Yep. Yeah. And they're like a many of the game that fits that build to an absolute T.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
Crazy. Alright, Cass, what about you? What is your opinion on this matter?
Honestly, as far as simplification goes,
Strong answers.
I have no fucking problem with, like, the way fucking, as much as I hate this game, fucking Blaze Blue did it, or Revelator did it. You know, with their fucking stylish mode. That doesn't really bother me, because it doesn't have to be on for me. I can learn, you know, hard shit.
Right.
But then we've had games recently where that shit's on by default or on off of the start. And it's frustrating to see it being pushed so hard. Because for me personally, I feel like, yes, you've lowered the barrier of entry into fighting games. Congratulations.
It's like,
Good for you,
job.
but here's the fucking problem. You're now going to get players who are going to learn all this shit in one game and not pick up any basics that transfer to another game. And all of these bad habits as well. So I just not really feeling the simplification again.
That's a shame.
Now, she put your fucking chips down.
You know, well, also you're exactly right on what I was eating, but too, it's funny because my answer was going to be a joke, but it actually lined up a lot with what you just said. I was going to say something I don't want in my fucking game is Smash players, because they smell. But, not real talk. Like, for example, Street Fighter 6 announced that, like, what, modern thing or whatever? With controls that... They vaguely resembled...
Hadoken.
One-button SPDs, my friend. Yo, one-button Shoryus, finally a game just for me. But nah, real talk. I could see how that could work if they like bounced at something like what Simple Mode had in like MVC3, where like the game's supposed to be chaotic and crazy. But unless that's the direction they're going with 6, I don't think that's a good idea, because like, I don't know. Plus, you also have to worry about like all these like players going like, "Oh, this game's easy. You just suck." It's like, bro, you literally just press like literally you're mashing buttons, bro. Why don't you actually try to learn the game? Because, like you said, it's not going to transfer to another game. Like, I don't think I would be like, I'm not trying to gloat because I suck at fighting games, but I don't think I'd be able to enter into like KOF or Guilty Gear or any of these other fighting games if Street Fighter didn't like teach me the fundamentals. And if they're taking those fundamentals away from like somebody like say a Smash player or somebody who's new to fighting games who would probably pick it up because, you know, brand recognition, they're not going to do a very good job because like you're not going to remember like, oh, down forward for Hadoken or, you know, Z motion for Shoryu. It's just be like, oh, I pressed this button and this button. It's like, why didn't it work? This game sucks. And I don't know. Like there's that, and then at the end of the day, there's always going to be like apologists for games like having issues, and I mean that's fine. If you really love a game, that go for it, but don't try to hide the glaring issues from other people. Like if there's issues, those issues need to be known. But again, that's just me. The Blue Wolf in your chat says the issue is kind of two things.
Yeah, no.
Well, go on then.
The Blue Wolf.
I'm assuming he's typing out his response, so it's all good.
Yeah. My mic quality might change temporarily, just a quick heads up. Because I ain't paying delivery fees.
You live
but,
it. You good, homie?
He's in the land of the living dead, my friend. From right now organs. Bro, you good, Cass? You sniffing my dog fur or something, man?
Crazy.
Look, man, if I look at the other monitor, it turns me, okay?
I know, I'm just teasing.
I am listening and listening, lady.
But please,
I think
please,
I made him
do
lose his
tell,
train of thought. I'm sorry.
Do tell,
I wish Lady Mion would show up and talk in the VC.
He busy.
Do such things.
Probably.
He's probably doing commissions.
Please do tell Nutella. What the fuck, caption? Yo, Google predictive text, you suck. One, the market is being run by the idea that everyone should be able to find some level of accessibility for everyone.
This is true, but that's not what accessibility means.
Ew, Street Fighter.
I'm not talking that's not directed to you, Damien. That's directed to the people who keep using that fucking word and it doesn't mean what they think it fucking means.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, there are Street Fighter 5 tracks in this playlist. That's not real music.
Ew.
Some of it's good, but that's some, not all, and not most either. You should just have a playlist that's nothing but Tekken 7 music.
Not much of it's actually on Spotify, sadly.
That makes me cry. Yeah,
That is very true.
that's true, and I hate it. Maybe, and that's not even just like fighting games either. That's like a lot of like genres. Like not to call out people who bought this game, but Sonic Origins is kind of a busted ass mess as well, because the higher ups decided to rush it out the door for the anniversary, and there's a lot of stuff that's unfinished. And that just kind of happens. But yeah, Damien's right.
I get wanting to sell your game to as many people as fucking possible. I get that. That's marketing 101. But when you do that, you alienate your core fan base, and in reality, you're gonna lose the sales that probably matter more. Because when you think about it, that casual person ain't gonna go out of the way to buy DLC Season Pack 4 or whatever the fuck, right? But that dude who's been stuck with your series for like 20 fucking years, he probably gonna buy Season Pack DLC number 15 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, not with this guess.
Now, I will say, a game I am gonna give props to. Why KOF 15 so clean? It's got its problems, right? It's got fucking issues, don't get me wrong.
What?
Like, the rollback is a little bit janky. Crashes do happen still. Shermie's hitbox.
Is Vanessa still running the show or no?
Nope, that's the prodigal son now.
Yeah, Rock's Scott's here now.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rock Howard is
Rock Howard is the man to beat now.
I had brought up the character spread off of CEO, the top 36, and 7 of the 36 were Rock Howard.
Oh.
Makes sense.
So
And,
balance
like,
is a little spotty.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't say that. The reason why I don't think balance, I balance is a problem is the fact that the way KOF's tier list is really, like, when you boil it down, it's all of the characters are viable in some capacity, with the exception of 14 and like with the exception of like a handful of characters because of how they're because of their kits and how the flow of the game is supposed to be played. Like, under no circumstances you are going to expect somebody that plays Whip to actually like have her do anything more than just to piss people off as the point character. Unless you are a specialist and you know like her optimal routes, under no circumstances would you genuinely put her not on point.
I don't know. I'd say Ramon's got some issues too.
I know Ramon's issues are the fact that like he has like his damage is butt and he needs better frames. He needs better recovery on faking his moves. And he needs better damage and he needs better like frames. Other than that, I'm pretty sure he's viable in. He could be viable if he had those buffs.
But yeah, Whip is definitely in a weird situation. Still a cool fucking character though.
I do love at the fact that Cronin got shot up to top tier at once the Tims got taken away and now Ralph got given Uggs instead of Tims.
Well, they took my man's shoes.
Now here's my
Fuck,
question
man.
on that. Would you say Ralph got overtuned?
No.
Okay.
'Cause he's still viable.
I mean, it's hard to like make it bad. It's got a lot of good options. Even without Tims.
The important
Because
part
Ralph has the
is
one
you
thing
tried.
Ralph really has the one thing that makes him who he is, and that is if he touches you, it hurts. That has always been his game plan. Because if he makes any contact with you whatsoever, damage is coming. That's always been his game plan.
Yeah, I've made a whole myth about this. I'll see if I can dig it up for you.
Now I'll let you guys talk for a little bit. I'm gonna be right back.
Damn it.
So, while I'm gone, one of y'all three think of a question.
Fighter, Tekken, King of Fighters, and Mortal Kombat. One of them's got to go. Which one?
Wait, what was it? KOF, Tekken, and
Mortal Kombat.
by Mortal Kombat? I can live without gratuitous gore and weak ass characters, or rather assassinated characters. I can live without that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to agree with Devil on that one too. Like by Mortal Kombat. Like in genuine honesty, I don't think there has been a time where I've looked at a clip of anything Mortal Kombat as of late and been like, yo man, this shit's hype as fuck. Like even in Mortal Kombat 11, just watching some of this footage and stuff and everything, it just feels like two meatbags slapping each other with the intent to kill. Like
Now
that's
remember.
all.
Now remember, take a shot every time you see an eyeball get removed.
Yeah,
Like-
again, yeah, like, that point is so fucking true. When like we went on a spree of looking at all of the fatalities, even just
I could tell mistakes were made with this question because that was going to be my answer too. But I got a new question for you.
Hold on.
But go ahead.
Here's
Yes.
the thing. I like Mortal Kombat. I don't hate Mortal Kombat 11. I think it's a decent fighting game. But for me, it doesn't feel like a Mortal Kombat.
yeah. Like just like I said, it doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat. It just feels like you just put two big meat bags in an arena and told them to slap each other until their limbs fell off.
As far as Mortal Kombat 11 goes, there are some things about it I genuinely thought were pretty interesting. But it just doesn't scream, yo, this is fucking Mortal Kombat to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, Kaiser was right. The biggest misstep that Mortal Kombat ever made was taking itself seriously to be an actual balanced fighting game. which nobody plays Mortal Kombat for. Nobody cares about balance when it comes. Nobody cares about Mortal Kombat being a competent fighting game. People play Mortal Kombat because the game is dumb.
Bro, I played Mortal Kombat 3 back in the day for one specific reason. We played the game Count the Femurs.
That's so true, though. Fucking come down, raid,
bonus
raid
points
and
if
get
you saw
released.
multiple rib cages.
Yeah, just hit him with the fucking riding explosive uppercut. Man literally just implodes into bone on contact. This is my favorite fatality in the game.
Also, side question though, before we get to Sheep's next one. Why is Raito such a good fucking composer?
Because that man is God tier on the piano. That's why.
God, yeah. Piano, man.
How you gonna?
God tier on piano.
How you gonna make a fucking OST for an edgy as fuck fighting game, but then be all smooth jazz and pianos, and still sound like a banger?
Right? I love it.
All right, Sheep, what's up?
So,
Uh-oh.
this is going to be an interesting one regarding, like, it's going to be about re-releases, essentially.
Okay.
Alright, so you have to pick one of these things to get, like, re-released or, like, get, like, a port or whatever. So I'm going to go down the list. There's going to be, like, I think 3 or 4 options, and you're just going to tell me which one you want. So it's Marvel 2 finally getting re-released with rollback netcode. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Second one is Street Fighter EX Trilogy, again with rollback netcode. And, you know, you get all the versions of EX plus Alpha and all that shit. Then you have KOF 11 finally getting acknowledged. And they add all the characters that were, like, scrapped from, like, I guess 03. So, like, you get, like, a bigger roster out of it. And, of course, again, rollback netcode. And the last one would be... Shit. Oh, no, I didn't think I'd get this far. I guess, like, Virtua Fighter... Like, a Virtua Fighter collection, maybe? Of, like, the first 3, like, the first 3, or, like, the first 3 in all versions of 4. Something, like, nice like that, just to, like, celebrate the history of Virtua Fighter. So, one of those 4. So, free MVC2, EX Trilogy, KOF 11 re-release, or Virtua Fighter collection.
So, I have to give this to fucking MVC2. As much as, like, I like many of those choices.
Mm-hmm.
It's MVC2.
That's free MVC. Yeah.
And personally, I just want to see Capcom actually fucking do something with its older IPs.
Sam. Star Gladiator, where are you? I miss you.
Although I will give Capcom props for one thing, it's not fighting game related.
Mm-hmm.
Putting out a Battle Network collection on consoles. Okay, I'm actually okay with that. I don't give a shit if they're emulated.
Like, yeah, no,
They
I will.
acknowledged it.
I will hold that merit to, like, at least they acknowledged it.
It's not
Shout
perfect.
Shoutouts to Mega Man Battle Network Online and Tango.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you and I both know that that's not going to be that great. There ain't going to be no online.
I just really wish they would understand that, like, giving this online PvP could make this collection soar.
They know.
Because
they ran tournaments for it. So Capcom knows.
Yeah, friendly reminder, there were a literal, official, sanctioned,
tournament circuit.
fucking paid for by Capcom tournaments for fucking Battle Network.
Like, they know. Just hope they I hope.
It's just
I hope.
Capcom don't care because it ain't Street Fighter or Resident Evil or Monster Hunter.
Mm-hmm. If I'm being biased, free MVC2. If I had to pick, I'd like to see the EX Trilogy come back. Because
You had a lot of fun stuff, yeah.
I only was able to experience some of that just through Flex, which really wasn't, I'd like to say, the full package. I've seen all of like the ridiculousness and the craziness that comes from seeing these three games play and not really having a chance to try it myself. I would love to see them like bring those back so I could give it a genuine like college try.
Friendly reminder for those who don't: buy Fighting EX Layer.
Flexel is good. It's probably
Also-
one of the.
Ooh!
I see we
that the
got
boy?
Blodia in here.
Is that who's
It's
All right.
Blodia.
Yo.
I hate to do this to the boy Rio.
Rio,
Yo,
get the fuck
yo.
out of here. You weren't invited anyways.
Jin is replacing Rio right now.
Yo, Jin Saltome from Cyberbots, let's go.
Also, Fax Demian, can we get a remastered battle circuit?
Ooh, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. You know what? I feel like Red Earth really deserves a real remaster, like not just a re-release.
I would love to. I would love to see some really high textured Sauser. I'd love to see that.
Honestly, I mean honestly, I would love to see Cyberbots come back, but that hell ain't that cold yet, right?
No,
All right,
it's
so-
still burning, homie.
Rocky, I think it's your turn now. Which of those four do you pick?
As much as I would like to say free MVC2, I personally don't care anymore because, one, I have it on the PS3, two, I have it on the Dreamcast, and three, 11 is a much more deserving of a fucking, like, of having more eyes on it than Disney.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Besides, we have Fightcade now. There's no reason for you to give these people money.
So true though.
Listen, I like to come back to Street Fighter Hyper and just fuck people. I want the newbies to come in and have fun with me. Okay. Sometimes I just like to just say, "Oh, welcome to the block."
Welcome
new
to the
fish."
big leagues, kid.
Sometimes I decided to wake up and choose violence today.
Nah, let's be real.
Welcome to the
Welcome
big
to the
leagues, new
rice
fish.
fields, motherfuckers.
All right. So, John, just to fill you in, the question was, you pick one of these games to be made. So it was KOF 11 re-release with rollback. NPC2 finally gets to.
I mean,
Maybe
let's
even
be
get
real.
rollback.
These would all be with rollback. So you
Yeah. You know. I just have to like be specific because some people are like, "Oh, would I have rollback Nico though?" It's like, Street Fighter
No,
EX Trilogy. So
no
you know,
rollback,
EX plus Alpha, 2 plus, and so on. And then Virtua Fighter 1 through 4 collection.
Oof. I mean, Virtua Fighter has already made its comeback, which I think it's fair to say people know about Virtua Fighter, but they don't know about Virtua Fighter. So I would say that would be a number 2 on my list. Probably the number 1. I might have to go with Rock on this one. 11 needs some love. 11 really needed a lot of love. Like, it was one of those games where it really defined the series. And after 98, like, everybody talks about 98 and 94. That's all that you ever hear
Question.
about. What's up?
11 was the one with Judgment, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Which
The
was
system I
probably
still don't understand.
Okay, no, wait, I can explain it, Cass. Judgment is based on your performance.
Yep.
Not your health.
So if you were balling throughout the entire fight, all the way up, yeah, your fight's gonna be an absolute shit show. But
But if you
were-
lose your point character or your leader,
So here's the way it works, guys. If say you and I are playing the game and your team is absolutely beating the ever-loving shit out of me and I'm down to my last character, right? the judgment is going to be in your favor 100% because I lost two of my characters, and let's say I lost my leader. Let's say hypothetically I lost my leader character. So I am in deep shit. I have to make this. I have to make or break this. I have to win by any means necessary.
Oh, so they basically made it to where, you want a timer scam? Haha, no.
Well, no, because technically you can timer scam, but
not in the traditional means.
Like you can technically timer scam, but you can't timer scam by health. Because if I'm clawing my way back from like this hard ass deficit, and I lose the health lead, but because I took out your leader and I took out your like whatever secondary character you had with somebody that wasn't my leader, the judgment system is going to skew in my favor because of how you get KO'd, who gets KO'd, and by the damage that gets dealt.
Like, that is one thing, when I first saw it, I thought it was very cool to see that it gives a certain level of, I don't know, like a certain...
It balances the game.
Yeah, it gives it that competitive balance that is like, you can win, but you need to work for it.
Right.
Incentive, yeah. Demian's right, incentive.
Yeah, a lot of games, you know what? A lot of games have reproduced that. Like, if you remember Street Fighter 4, if you've seen Street Fighter 5, the revenge counter is basically that specific mechanic idea, but implemented in a Capcom way, which makes it shit, right?
I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the revenge meter is not the same as like judgment. The revenge meter is just okay, guys. Remember how Samurai Shodown had the rage gauge? Well, have the rage gauge, except like this one doesn't go away over time, and it locks a very powerful move behind it. So you technically have two powerful moves at your disposal.
Right. No. I'm not gonna take that away. I'm never gonna compare the two because Judgment's more of a superior system because it takes everything into account, versus a shitty revenge bar that hides a powerful move behind it. It's the idea of the concept of how do you recover from getting a beating like this, and that's the tool.
Yeah. So
but
just
again,
to recap, go ahead.
Oh no, it's just Capcom is Capcom, and they're never gonna have a well thought out idea on these things.
So to recap on this, Cass and Steph said Marvel 2, Free MVC 2, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, but I pretty much say it like the EX trilogy to.
Oh. Well, that too. That's a good one. Rock Engines at KOF 11.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, thankfully EX Lair exists. I'm happy for that. Fexel is a great game. Play that.
Excuse me, what'd you call it?
Well, I usually call it Flex, but...
Yeah, I call it Flex.
Yeah.
Fighting
It's
Lair
Flexel.
EX, but...
Yeah, it's Flexel.
Flex. We just go with
Flex.
Like Flex sounds much more.
Yeah.
Flex tape! Get your fucking Flex tape here!
Yeah. Do you want flex tape or Fexel tape? Take your pick.
Listen, as long as I get to play as Skullomania, I don't really care.
Yeah.
the boy.
The boy.
Now, here's a secret that you guys might not know about me. I like Marvel 1 better.
Okay. That's fine.
So, I'm sorry. Yo! I mean, you're right, but yo!
Oh man, we're hitting this really close match, bro. All right, random helpers. Oh, it's Devlet. Oh, well, this match
random. You can pick them.
I know, but yeah,
the casuals wouldn't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like random pick. Oh yeah, it's Devlet. So this match is yours, right? All right, cool.
I understand.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna head out.
But nah, mine was gonna be KOF 11 as well, just because I think it's a really charming game. It had like some really cool, like a really cool mission mode. A lot of like sub bosses you can fight too. Like there was a lot of content tucked away in that like game that, despite looking dated, was really fucking cool. Plus a color editor, which you don't really see much these days.
Yeah.
It gave you the ability to edit more than just your color. Like you could edit your projectiles.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Your streaks.
Yeah, like if I had played the previous time, like if I got into KOF before, like when I ever truly stepped into it with 13, I would probably say I'd love to see 11 come back, and I still do. I would like to see it come back in a way because I would want to try it. I'd really love to step into what was being considered like some of the, if not the finest representation of King of Fighters in the franchise. I'd love to try it and get into it myself.
Oh, I've got even a better answer for you. So I got the hottest 5 fighters in the entire game. It's Shingo, Shingo, and Shingo.
That's a weird way of spelling Shin Wilkes.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to battle that out. Listen, man. Shingo needs a return, okay? We've seen Iori, we've seen Kaio. Look, Shingo needs to come back here.
Who's Kaio though?
Yo, Caillou Kusanagi, my favorite King of Fighters character.
Alright. Now that Jin is here, though, we gotta go back to question number 1.
Yeah, we gotta hit him with this.
What was your first ever fighting game you played?
Ooh, damn! Why you gotta make me feel old like this, bro?
Well, welcome to the show. First
2 of us
question.
said Street Fighter 2. How do you think we feel?
Yeah, dude. Like I said hyper fighting.
I mean, the first. Are you asking which one I really got in with? Or are you talking the one?
No, the first one you played. The first one you played.
Street Fighter 2.
He sounded
Vanilla?
so defeated.
Was it vanilla?
Yeah. Sorry, we didn't have all these air tech throws shit. We were just brawling it out. And
brawling it out with Hadoukens and Shoryukens.
No, you know what we really had, though? You know what we did have, though? Random as fuck stun.
Oh, listen, man. The only time that your life ever was on the line was when somebody would walk in and he would come up with the swagger and confidence of a man that really shouldn't be at this machine and picks Zangief, and you're just like, fuck, this is a done dealie.
Well, fuck, this is my life now.
Like, Zangief, huh? You like grapples, do you? Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Half the life bar gone from one SPD. All right, well, I mean, you got the quarters, bro.
Don't mind me. I'm just
Kitten bringing up Budokai made me realize something that I ended up finding out about like a week ago that I didn't know about the original Budokai.
Mm-hmm.
One of Goku's alternate outfits is fucking Garo Terry.
Yeah, that's why I loved it so much. It was so cool.
That, like, I found a video that was like 10 things you didn't know about the Dragon Ball Budokai series. I'm like, alright, and I ended up finding out that the edition of Budokai 3 that I had was the special edition.
Oh,
I had a different version of the game entirely because I had the greatest hits version of Budokai 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone was going through the alternate costumes of Budokai 1, and they came up with Goku, which was like, hey, he kind of looks pretty cool. I like the outfit. And then all of a sudden, Garo Terry pops up on the side, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
You gotta live in Japan for that.
of course. Question 2. What was the first fighting game you actually started taking seriously and putting the time and work into?
Oh, when I was running tournaments, playing EX. No, I was playing Alpha. I was playing Alpha 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
Guess over here like, damn!
Like I was throwing hands with Sakura in Alpha 1. Like that was my life.
You're a liar because she wasn't in Alpha 1.
Bruh.
Oh,
That
it's
was
right.
Alpha
No,
2.
no, it was Ryu.
Oh my god, these two
It's Ryu. Okay, look. It was Ryu.
You already
You
charlatan
already know the answer.
This man just got ratioed.
Hold up.
Listen, fam. It was a new time period. Again, the entire Alpha series blurs together because I played on the Super Nintendo, bro.
Hold on.
Like,
Wait, when was Alpha 1 on the Super Nintendo? I know Alpha 2 was.
Alpha
Sorry,
1
what's
is
Alpha
Street Fighter
1?
Alpha.
Yeah.
I remember Alpha 2. Like, when was Alpha 1 on the Super Nintendo? When did that happen?
Bro.
It was on the Game Boy, like the Game Boy Color, I think.
Yeah, Crawfish did that. The same people that did Alpha 3 on the GBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother had the PlayStation, so we were playing Alpha there, and then I had the Super Nintendo because I got the hand-me-downs. So
Like-
that's where we lived. That's what we did.
Like, to be completely fair, guys, it was like, what, 25, give or take, years ago, so if his memory's
Well,
old,
I mean, I'm
buddy.
just being honest. My brother had he had the Super Nintendo when the PlayStation came out. He rolled over to Tekken, and I was like, I don't know this 3D shit. What is this?
All right. I got a video to show what Alpha was. This is Alpha 3, but close enough.
They're relatively like all the same. They just updated certain characters and some mechanics.
Except for 3, because 3 has some cool shit.
Behold, and you can always pull up the stream if
Oh.
you want to see what I'm talking about. Behold the bullshit that is the Alpha series. God tier series. God tier OST.
Unless you're a Sodom player, then you can just go ahead and just quit right there.
Mhm. Alright.
You ready for it?
Yo, man, it's totally Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, Alpha 3.
Yeah, back when Ken used to look like Ken and not like French fry hair Fryman.
You mean Banana Ken?
Oh my god, don't even
Banana Ken!
One of these days,
No,
I'm
he-
gonna
no,
make
no,
half
he
of
means
us
Frylock.
actually sit through a lobby of 5.
I don't really want to do that ever again.
Neither do I.
I've come back just to play other people, and then they look at me and go, "You're really good at fighting games." I'm like, "This isn't a fighting game, bro. What are you doing?"
Like, what are you doing?
Actually, no, we don't even have to do that. I'm pretty sure 80% of us own fucking Ultra.
You know what's
So we
funny?
can play a good game.
Funny you mentioned that.
That is true.
One of my oldest friends, who doesn't play fighting games at all, she got gifted Ultra 4, so she said, if you ever want to beat my ass, let me know.
Actually-
I'm like, whoa. I need to install that I need to install that real quick.
Did you see
Look
the
at this shit.
Zangief moment? I need you to look at the Zangief moment. This is all you need to know about Alpha.
Look
What, the
at
gem?
how good Zangief's sprite looks in this one, though.
Oh, it's crisp. Like, Geeve's like Alpha 2 stage was one of my fucking favorites for sure.
That's so nice.
The Alpha 3 one was good too, but
Where'd your health bar go?
Exactly. SPD is it? Yeah.
No, we don't talk about this character.
Rainbow Mika.
Yeah, that was the introduction of Rainbow Mika.
Oh God, Gin.
Dude, don't even get me
Rainbow-
started on that. Gen's Touch of Death.
Rainbow Mika, where Peach's side B is inferior.
Mm.
And let's be real,
Oh.
Rose is just a JoJo character.
Here's another character that you'll
Hello,
never
Lisa,
see
Lisa.
again.
Hell yeah, hello Lisa.
And my boy.
You'll never see Adon again. Capcom's
know.
gonna hold him hostage for the next 20 years.
Poor Adon.
Oh look, Cass, it's you. It was you there just a minute ago.
Dude, Cody is one of my all-time favorite characters outside of
Yeah. Oh look, there's Strider 5.
the
Well,
most.
does it make you feel sad though that Cody has been turned into basically a shittier version of
man.
himself in 5?
Oh no, it hurts. It hurts. Mash the target combo.
Okay, here's the thing. From a gameplay perspective, I fucking hate it. From a story perspective, I love it.
I do love that he goes from being he goes from being the hero of he goes from being the hero to the villain to the hero again. Well, I'm more like a corrupt mayor, but I mean I'm cool with that.
Like, basically, I like redemption stories a lot, so...
This man stayed in prison because he's like, you can't let me out. If you let me out, I'm going to hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And he
And
runs for
then-
mayor and wins.
No, the thing is, I don't even think he ran from here. I think Hagar, like...
No,
basically,
Hagar
like,
just said, "You're mayor now." Bye.
Yeah, here, take it. I'm
Yeah.
done.
It's like he didn't have a choice. Like, all right, so now you have
Take my daughter,
responsibility.
please.
He's like, shit, I have to be
Take my
responsible
wife,
now.
please. I'm
I
gonna
have
sell you
responsibilities.
the best night of your life.
What's going on, Nero?
This man just got out of prison. He's looking for a fight. Oh, shit. I love the fact... Yeah, from a story perspective, it is a lot of progression. I really did enjoy, like, the story change, but... God, do I hate 5 overall, just as a from a gameplay mechanics standpoint.
Part of me wants to find that video, Rock, of all the bad hitboxes in 5, but it's been fucking, like, it's not worth the effort.
Rock
It's
has
not
done
hard.
this.
It's not hard.
Rock's done this. Like, literally,
Oh, I
Rock has
know.
uploaded...
No, I know.
No, Jazz
That's
did
the
it.
video
Like,
I'm talking about.
Yeah, like it's not hard. Just look up Jazz.
you're
Jazz
gonna
Station,
fucking
like
hate
Jazz
me.
Station Neil. You'll find it.
Yeah, it's
You're
like the worst. These are the thing is like shit that shouldn't hit hits, and shit that doesn't hit hits. Like it doesn't make any sense. Some of those moves don't make any sense. Like you can sweep the leg and go right through the sprite for the leg.
Speaking of stuff hidden, so Jen, how about that clip?
What the fuck was that?
Speaking,
I was in the
of,
chat talking about it. Like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? So it looked like okay, so it looked like you went from a crouch, like you were gonna do a crouching punch, but the game froze you into the movement. Like it immediately thought that it hit. And
So
it just kept,
yeah, like I know. So we went further in. Like we literally spent. I think we spent at least an hour or so, like grueling. We opened up the game, replayed the clip, went up by frame, even put up like the attack data and everything like that. And the only thing that we ended up, the conclusion, this quote unquote, because I don't even think we have any solid confirmation about this yet, because this is still fucking wild, is that before I inputted a roll in response to the super, I had a jab buffered in before the roll.
right.
So what is supposedly our conclusion at the moment is that the jab extended the
Hold on, I got the
hitbox
clip.
on Terry. Yeah, the jab extended the hitbox on Terry, and that's how he got grabbed. But yeah, we have the clip up here, so it's still boggling my mind. This happened yesterday, and it's been on my mind all day.
Like I
Still.
looked at the animation for it. Like literally,
Yeah, I even got the
looked-
one that slowed down.
Yeah, so as you can see on my end on the right, yep,
the special pops.
special pops on the right side, and
What?
hang on, I'm still watching.
there's the jab.
I don't think you were going. No, it didn't
Like,
look like you were
no.
going for a jab. It looked like
I
you were going
wasn't
for a
like
crack
yeah.
shoot.
No, I wasn't.
There's
going,
no crack shoot. Like
I
if you
was-
look at the
I was
look at the
going
input, man.
like Jin. I was 100% going
Okay.
for a roll there, because what I know I intend to do is when I'm like looking solely at the screen, I still have a bad habit of not knowing where the buttons are sometimes. So I'll tend to fat finger the jab first as my fingers are dragging down to D to do the roll.
Okay, no, I got you. Yeah, that's why I was kind of wondering what that motion was.
So this right here is quite possibly the tightest and strictest little window for Shermie's grab to fucking hit right here.
That's what I was thinking. Like, it looked like as soon as you tried to throw the jab, the animation had already taken effect. And it was just like you're caught.
Like that's because it's like, and it doesn't even look like the jab comes out either. That's the thing that gets me.
Right, but I see the
Like,
movement. I see the animation as if you're going to do something, and then immediately, as soon as you do that, because you were in that window of time where it was just so close, it automatically said, "Shermie's got it. It is already
Like,
in motion.
Yeah,
Fuck you."
it's like right here. This is where I think it would be perfect that we had hitbox data. This would be so perfect to have right here.
So I'm counting the frames here,
Mm-hmm.
and this still doesn't make sense.
I know.
Your jab should have hit.
Your jab should have come out first. It should automatically come out first.
No, that doesn't make sense because if you like the flash is a 35 frame activation. Look at when he pressed his jab.
Right as the activation was happening. Well, after the
No, it's after the activation happened. So I'm already in.
Yeah, no,
motion,
he's short. He's short.
So
I'm gonna close the screen for a second.
You were like 1 or 2 frames short of actually pulling that jab out, and that animation was already happening. So I could see the point. Yeah, I see what's happened. So basically, it stuffed your animation.
Now, this isn't
that's
related.
It's kind of hard to. Really, that's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like,
I do have one small little thing about 15 that I'd love your input on. So in the past, and KOF, I think 98 and 02, the Orochi team and then we'll call them the Awakened Orochi team would always share a slot. So do you think SNK is going to go the extra mile and do this weird thing like where, if you pick Shermie, then Awakened Shermie's going to be grayed out on your character select? Or how do you think having 2 Shermies or 2 Yashiras or 2 Chris will affect team comps?
I don't think they'll allow that.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't allow that.
I don't know.
I think it's very 50-50.
50-50 seems fair.
If you're thinking like new, here's the thing though. Like, the only thing I could think of is they might let it go through because again, this is the new SNK run where they're kind of allowing a lot more weird overlap. So they might allow that. It might happen. I still go 50-50 on it, but I'm still saying like I feel like they probably will allow it.
Oh god, I see what Clipcast has put up.
Now, Jen, do you have stream up, homie?
Yes, I do.
Dude.
So this is my experience with DNF Duel.
Yeah, I was popping in and out when you were playing DNF. Everybody's been on, so I've been trying to like learn new tech for certain characters.
So I've been playing Lost Warrior, the character you gotta unlock.
Oh god.
Now his ability is, if you hit the opponent with 5 moves that use MP,
it freezes you.
Yep. Well, here's my clip. But he's also got a command grab that's not an MP move. That I've unfortunately conditioned this opponent to just kind of accept.
Okay. Let's see. What?
I'm gonna Google translate that, but most likely...
What? Like, okay, I see the counters popping. So I think it has to be, it's 5, right?
Yeah, 5 hits.
So they're at 4.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ban you, homie.
Oh, dude, that is rough. You're dreaming about a comeback and you just get stuffed like that. Just one little tag.
The best part is Cass was like, nah, you can have it.
Yeah, I gave him the win. I straight up shut the game off.
So you low tiered it. Okay.
But he won.
Right. No, I mean, yeah, but
I don't know.
That's the way that my man turns his games off. Regardless of whether he wins or loses, if he turns the game off, he's turning it off while you're playing.
what I'm calling it is the win quit.
The gracious winner, I see.
See, that is the moral high ground victory.
The only time I've ever seen this is the slimy bastard the slimy bastard loss. Well, I didn't win. I just let you lose. That kind of shit. No, dear God, no. See, I've actually seen some weird I've seen some weird movements out of that game. I like it, but dear God, is some of that shit just I
Yeah.
didn't.
Like the hot piece character of DNF Duel at the moment does seem to be Crusader.
Yeah, I mean, Crusader's got so much reach. Like, there's no way to escape him.
Speaking of,
Oh, another thing that made me laugh is the fact that Grappler can retain his hyper armor during the time stop.
Yep, that's the reason why I use and that honestly, I'm still a grappler player.
oh, I agree. I think Grappler's fantastic, but
I see two fellow homie huggers in their natural habitat.
but no,
Exactly.
I've gotta bring up this clip and the quote that is with it. The
Yes,
God is truly infinite, therefore nothing can oppose him. Friendly reminder:
Oh,
$50 game.
Also, friendly reminder: this is the clip that is currently being surrounded as the "should we ban this?"
Nope.
Argument.
Let it ride. Not everybody's gonna have the skill to pull this off. I know
Look at
what
this.
the clip is.
Skill.
And another one, and another one.
God has crippled you.
God is truly infinite, therefore he cannot be stopped.
God said, "Fuck neutral."
You got your shit run by War Jesus.
When I said I wanted to be Days Vaulted, this is not what I had in mind.
This
So
is the way it should be.
So what's this question?
No, I
what's
already
the
asked
question
it.
about
That was
Shermie?
the question.
Like how
Oh, I
my
turned
big
Sheep
question.
off. Whoops.
How the big. I love this. I do enjoy that a little bit, like just watching this game get glitchy. The shield thing, like the wall thing, I respect that, but dude, I feel like some of the mechanics in the game need to be brushed up. Like some of that shit is just absolutely weird.
Yo, that shield is a fucking Aegis reflector on Viagra.
There is
I
one
mean,
mechanic I absolutely fucking adore. Yo,
Go ahead,
I'm
I'll
out of
hear you.
meter, but I have all this white health. Fuck it, it's now meter.
YOLO. I see. That's the thing. I kind of like that. It feels like they snagged something from like Streets of Rage, where it's like, yeah, I don't have any special bar, but if it'll finish you, I'll do it.
Seems more like a page from TVC. Just
This is
broke.
true.
Yeah.
This is true. The only thing that I would say is like I just don't like so anime fighters in my brain. I automatically hit buttons to burst out, and I forget that this game doesn't have burst. Like immediately, my brain just shuts off. I kind of
that's that conditioning that's got you there for sure.
yeah, I know. I play enough anytime I see a 2D anime game, I automatically assume oh there's a burst. Yeah, I'm not worried.
Great, I have a great way to get out. Presses buttons. Why am I not out yet?
And then the thing is they combined two of my loves, but they didn't tell me how it was supposed to play out. They were like, "Oh yeah, so you're a KOF player, right? So you got to roll." Like, bitch.
So the way I see it, I think DNF Duel is an anime fighter that's trying to play it straight instead of be a wild, wacky, off the wall anime
At least it didn't go the Grand Blue route.
You're right. That's what I was gonna say. It's a more evolved Grand Blue.
Yes, Grand Blue, Tim Simulator.
I can't stand Grand Blue.
I can't
Grand
either.
Blue is weird. It's an anime fighter that plays like Street Fighter.
It does, and the thing is that it makes it even worse. That honestly, there's just certain characters that you cannot just get around. Like Gawain is just not it. You have to fight to get a win with Gawain. It's like a Dan victory. Like I don't know what it is about
You mean
Gawain.
with Lil Wayne?
I call him that for a very specific reason I can't say on Twitch. Anyway.
Understandable.
Luane. I love him. Like I love him. I love the just.
You mean
the
the
energy.
character I got to a rank I should have never been able to get to because of a super?
Yes.
Oh, did you do? How did you get there? Did you use the god a lot?
Yggdrasil. Yeah, Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil carries him.
That's what I thought. You didn't look. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it the man way, right? You gotta use the man.
And he carries that character, yo.
She carries him more than he does the homie carry attack.
The homie carry is the manliest way to win. That's how you know that you're a real.
Oh, I had a bread and butter with the homie carry. Don't you worry.
This is true. He did have a bread and butter with the homie carry.
Right, but it's still the fact that if you have to summon the god out, then I'm just gonna be mad because I'm gonna feel like I got robbed.
No. What happens is
Just
the game goes from a fighting game to a bullet hell. Play your quick time event.
This man's second Rondo in me, and I really don't like that. I don't want to deal with that in the middle of a fight, dude. Oh dear God! No, I watched you play it, and I was like, I don't like this shit at all. I might have to drop a dime and get this shit nerfed.
All right, I just came back. What's up?
Making fun of bad anime games.
Making fun of Tim's simulator shoot.
I would say the only one. I mean,
go ahead.
DNF is actually pretty solid. It's just watching Crusader just rip through people. Because it's just like, so they pulled off all the tropes that I love, like, you know, Berserker is Carmine, right? And I love that, but they grabbed another thing that I didn't really care for from Underbirth, and you know what I'm getting ready to say. Mr. Reach.
Oh, Wallstein or Merkava?
No, Long Scythe.
The
Righteous Daddy.
Yeah. So is it first out of the gate? It's just gonna be you getting smacked. There's no escaping it. Don't even you can block if you want to. That's the only option you got. Like I've seen Dragon Knight try to go toe for toe with that touch, that long distance hit versus Crusader. It don't happen. It just fails. You just get half screen, and I'm just like that's a rough life.
That's how it be. Well, guess I'll die then.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you got to judge every movement. Like, you got to really watch and condition people on certain steps. Like, if you respond a certain way, you got to condition them out. That's the only way you're gonna, beat anybody that's a half screen smack with low startup frames.
Yeah.
By the way, I've got a question for you. So, Cass. So, who are you maining in DNF Duel besides like the Lost Warrior?
Currently, it's Lost Warrior, Grappler, and Ghostblade.
Really? Why did you choose the life of the Ghostblade? Because I have not seen very many good Ghostblades these days.
It's simple.
Edgy boy.
No, it's actually simple. My ghost hits you from above. I'm already dashing forward, and I'm gonna go for a grab while you're blocking that. I win.
I would have assumed that you would have gone Dragon Knight. Have you? I've seen some people run Dragon Knight, and those 50-50s in the corner are just they're fucking magnifique. Like I played against a Dragon Knight.
Ghostblade has slightly longer range.
This is true. But I mean, what was it? Slightly longer. I don't know about that because she does have that one long hit. It's got a little bit of a startup, but if you're coming off of
it's true. Her
knockdown,
neutral fucking special is just stupid.
Yeah, she's the neutral queen. That and she just corner ruins you. And if you try to go high, the dragon's in the sky. If you try to go low, she's gonna hit you right in the knees, and it's just a constant.
I was gonna learn Swiftmaster, but then I did their trials for Swiftmaster and just kind of saw how things worked. And I'm an asshole, but I can't do that to people.
I mean, if it gets you to the highest rank, I mean, why not? They put it in the game.
I felt
they must want me
bad
to use it.
about what Swiftmaster has, and I want to point out. I got to Celestial 3 different times with Potemkin only using Hammerfall. I'll do a lot of fucked up things, but that's my limit.
That's my limit.
I don't even want to ask that question because if you're hammer falling to win, that person's got to be really bad.
No.
No, you just condition them to block.
Oh, this is true. But
Once the fear's in, all you have to do is Hammerfall in, Roman cancel, Potemkin Buster.
Oh my god, you were like one of the worst people I know.
You are a terrible individual.
Considering what they did to Kai, I feel no remorse.
Listen.
That ain't Kai.
Listen, bro, you got a dragon install, right? You should just learn how
People
to
use that?
it. Actually, I've played against a bunch of people who woke up dragon installed on me. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm playing happy, so I just chump block with these clones. Cool. All right, bet.
God, even Happy is too evil for me.
I enjoy happy because I beat people with the magic of fundamentals. It wouldn't work on people like you or Rock, but it works on the masses, and it makes me happy.
You know what's fucked? That's like Potemkin's worst matchup in the game. One of my best matchups.
Oh, the triple stomp for Happy? Yeah, it's my favorite thing. People.
Yeah. Happy is supposed to be like 10-0 against Potemkin. I'm sitting here like, I haven't lost against the Happy Chaos yet.
Have you played a decent one yet? Happy's a very
There's some
unique
good
character.
ones in Celestial, but at the same time, I haven't played recently after his nerf buff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the magic of fighting games. Hey, you remember when you were good like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, not so much anymore.
I just think it's funny that they nerfed him, but it buffed him.
They did the same thing to Faust. I've seen a lot of Faust people come out of the garbage and be like, yo, we get to live now. We can finally play the game.
That game is so fucking stupid.
No, there are a lot of good Faust players, like amazing Faust players that learned the skills that make it work, which is the social, just conditioning people to take certain moves and then retaliating when they're really, really thinking you're gonna do the same damn thing over and over again. Like a certain person in this chat that I know. Hi, Rock. How are you?
Now hold that thought.
No, not too bad.
Hold that thought. I'm gonna stop the recording for a second.